Welcome to IBN India Business News. For the second week of April 2024. IBN is a weekly business news capsule for various segments comprising business leaders, managers, researchers, scholars, business management students and teachers. IBN presents each week's important business events across various sectors in a sequential manner for convenient consumption of information. Advertising, research and consulting sector. McKinsey Global announced plans to eliminate almost 360 jobs globally. This will affect around 3% of its specialist and technically skilled workforce and will impact employees across various divisions, including design, data engineering, cloud, and software. Michelin announced that 24 of France's best hotels would receive the highest 3 keys rating in its first ever ranking of hotels. The hotels include 2 owned by LVMH, Cheval Blanc Paris and Cheval Blanc Courchevel, and 19 others in the capital, the Alps, or on the Mediterranean coast. Auto sector. Ola Cabs would be closing its international operations in the UK, Australia, and New Zealand to focus on the Indian market. The company's decision to exit these markets is a strategic shift in its priorities, aligning with its recent efforts to expand its electric fleet in India. Tesla is on the lookout for a local partner to establish its operations in India. Tesla is in talks with Reliance Industries to set up a local EV manufacturing site in India through a joint venture. Aviation sector. National Company Law Tribunal granted Go First an additional 60 days to complete its insolvency process, extending the deadline from April 4 to June 3, 2024. This is the third time the NCLT has pushed back the deadline, which was originally February 13, 2024. Air India and Bengaluru International Airport Limited have entered into an agreement intended to develop Bengaluru as a premier aviation hub for southern India, with an aim to boost air travel connectivity to and from India over the next few years. Boeing delivered 29 airplanes, which is more than half less than the 64 airplanes delivered in March 2023. This is due to increased quality checks and audits by regulators, and reduced 737 MAX production. A Boeing engineer, in a testimony to the Senate, reported that the company used shortcuts to fix 787 jets. The engineer said he studied Boeing's own data and concluded that the company is taking manufacturing shortcuts on the 787 program that could significantly reduce the airplane's safety and the life cycle. Air India plans to send first officers capable of operating narrow-body A320 family planes to Vistara to assist with its pilot shortage. Around 30 such pilots may be deputed to Vistara, which has faced operational disruptions. Boeing finds executives got an extra $500,000 in perks from private jets. CEO David Calhoun and other top executives took personal trips worth more than $500,000 on the company's private jets and other planes that were improperly recorded as business travel. Liking the video? Like and share. Core sector. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Co., TSMC, gets $6.6 billion subsidy to make world's most advanced semiconductors in US. The U.S. Commerce Department has signed accord with TSMC and awarded $6.6 billion subsidy for advanced semiconductor production in Phoenix, Arizona, and up to $5 billion in low-cost government loans. Reliance Industries and L&T, Greenco Group, and Wellspun New Energy are planning to invest up to 1 lakh crore rupees in green hydrogen and green ammonia units at Gujarat's Dendale Port Authority in Kandla. This project is estimated to be one of the largest investments in India's energy infrastructure. Adani Total Energies E-Mobility Limited, ATEL, a subsidiary of Adani Total Gas, and MG Motor India signed a MOU to develop charging solutions for electric vehicles, EVs, in India. The partnership aims to improve the country's EV charging infrastructure. Vedanta has entered into an agreement with state-run Power Finance Corporation Limited to secure $470 million worth of financing for expediting completion of 2 of its key power projects in Chhattisgarh, Athena Power, and Andhra Pradesh. Missed the previous videos? Want to access all previous week's videos? Subscribe to IBN. Finance sector. Technology-focused venture capital, VC, fund Filter Capital, founded by 2 former Warburg Pincus executives, said it has closed its first fund since it started in 2018, raising a total 800 crore rupees. Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated's co-head of its China business, E.G. Morse, will retire after 16 years at the firm, according to an internal memo. Indusint International Holdings Limited, a Mauritius-based investment firm led by the Hinduja brothers, has agreed to acquire a 60% stake in Invesco Asset Management India Limited to form an asset management joint venture. 197 Communications Limited, OCL, the parent company of the Paytm app, witnessed a decline in its Unified Payments Interface (UPI) market share, dropping to 9% in March. The Wall Street Journal reported that multiple federal regulators are investigating Morgan Stanley's wealth management arm over its client vetting practices and potential money laundering risks. The probes are centered on how the bank vets potential clients who are at high risk of money laundering. The Bank of Tokyo Mitsubishi UFJ, MUFG, is reportedly looking to acquire a 20% stake in HDFC Bank's non-banking arm, HDB Financial Services, for about $2 billion. This would value the company at $9 to $12 billion, which is nearly 5 times its book value. Assets at BlackRock, BLKN, Open's new tab hit a record $10.5 trillion in the first quarter, and the firm posted a 36% jump in profit as rising global equity markets boosted its investment advisory and administration fee. Quantum Mutual Fund has stated in its complaint to SEBI that the delisting of ICICI Securities would result in a loss of 6.1 crore rupees to its unit holders and a loss of about 1,777 crore rupees to the brokerage's minority shareholders. Healthcare and Pharma Sector. Piramal Alternatives, the fund management arm of the Piramal Group, invested 110 crore rupees in BioDeal Pharmaceuticals Limited. The investment will be used to improve infrastructure, technology, and a nutraceuticals manufacturing facility. Novartis is to cut up to 680 jobs in its development organization, which helps bring its drugs to market. Around 440 jobs will go in Switzerland and up to 240 in the United States over the next 2 to 3 years. Warburg Pincus has picked up a stake in Chennai-based Apasami Associates Private Limited, a manufacturer of ophthalmic equipment and devices, in what is the US-based private equity firm's largest investment in the healthcare sector in India. Glenmark Pharmaceuticals recalled 6,528 bottles of diltiazem hydrochloride extended-release capsules, a high blood pressure medication, from the US market. The US Food and Drug Administration classified the recall as Class 2, and stated that the affected lot was produced in India and recalled due to failed dissolution specifications. Liking the video? Like and share. Media and entertainment. The British public service broadcaster BBC India restructured its business operations in India and launched an independent news organisation called Collective Newsroom Private Limited. The new company is owned by 4 former BBC India journalists, Rupa Jha, Mukesh Sharma, Sanjoy Majumdar, and Sara Hassan. Spotify is developing a tool that will allow users to edit and remix songs by popular artists. The tools will allow subscribers to speed up, mash up, and adjust the tempo of songs. The goal is to cater to young users who often manipulate songs for social media, and to compete with TikTok where the trend for sped-up songs has grown. Don't want to miss future videos? Want to receive notification every week? Subscribe to IBN. Realty, Infra, Logistics Sector. Birla Pivot, an Aditya Birla Group B2B e-commerce platform for construction materials, reported revenue of more than 1,000 crore rupees in its first year of operations, financial year 2024. This achievement has made Birla Pivot one of the fastest-growing B2B e-commerce companies. Retail Sector. The Indian electronics brand Boat is investigating an alleged data breach that exposed the personal information of over 7.5 million customers. The breach occurred on April 5, 2024, and the hacker, known as Shopify Guy, claims to have posted over 2 GB of customer data on the dark web. The food delivery company Swiggy has secured shareholder approval for an initial public offering of about $1.25 billion. The company's holding company has also been renamed Swiggy Limited from Swiggy Private Limited to signal its transition to a publicly traded entity. An under-construction 217-room 5-star hotel property near Bengaluru Airport, owned by Abu Dhabi-based 2014 Hotels India Private Limited, is on the market for 2 crore rupees per room, or an estimated 400 crore rupees. Patanjali founders Baba Ramdev and Acharya Balkrishna have tendered an unconditional apology amid furore over misleading advertisements by Patanjali Ayurveda. The two businessmen filed an affidavit with the Supreme Court and assured that such a lapse would not be repeated in the future. The Calcutta High Court issued an interim order barring Hindustan Unilever Limited (HUL) from using the Glow and Handsome trademark for its men's care products. The court's decision came after Amomi Limited filed a petition alleging trademark infringement, citing the similarity between Glow and Handsome and Amomi's Fair and Handsome trademark. Liking the video? Like and share. Startup sector. Baidu's own Okosh Institute has appointed Deepak Mehrotra as its managing director and chief executive officer. Mehrotra has over 35 years of experience in executive roles across sectors such as FMCG, telecom, and education. EdTech startup Scalar laid off 150 employees, representing 10% of its workforce, as part of a restructuring initiative. The majority of those affected were from the sales and marketing teams. Scalar confirmed the development and said it was part of a strategy for long-term growth and sustainability. Funding for financial technology, fintech, startups declined by 57% in Q1 2024, compared to Q1 2023, according to a report by market intelligence platform Traxon. Overall funding in Q1 of the current calendar year stood at $551 million, compared to $1.3 billion raised during the same period in the financial year 2023. Missed the previous videos? Want to access all previous week's videos? Subscribe to IBN. Tech sector. Elon Musk vowed to fight an order by Brazil's Supreme Court to remove several X accounts, calling for the removal of one of the country's most powerful judges in an increasingly tense showdown over free speech in Latin America's biggest nation. Wipro Limited announced the appointment of Malay Joshi as Chief Executive Officer of Wipro America's One Strategic Market Unit, effective immediately. Tata Consultancy Services announced annual salary increases for its employees, with top performers receiving double-digit increments. The average salary hike is between 4.5% and 7%, based on performance. Globant SA, an IT and software development company, has a permanent work-from-home policy for its 30,000 employees across 33 countries, defying the return-to-office trend. CEO Martin Migoya has said that he's focused on making offices more flexible and advocates for office redesigns to foster connection. Snap India appointed Socket Jos Saurabh as its Director of Content and Partnerships. Saurabh was previously the Director and Head of Media Partnerships at Meta Platforms Incorporated from May 2018 to March 2022. Before that, he was the Director and Head of Entertainment and Music Partnerships at Meta. Telecom sector. The Tata Group is in the final stages of negotiations to acquire a majority stake in Pegatron's iPhone assembly operations in India, including an iPhone production plant near Chennai in Tamil Nadu and another under construction. The deal is backed by Apple and will give Tata a minimum 65% stake in a joint venture that will operate the plant, with Pegatron holding the remaining stake. Vodafone Idea's board approves FPO offer price at 11 rupees per 1,000 crore rupees for debt-laden telecom operator. Telecom operator Vodafone Idea's board has fixed the follow-on public offering, FPO, offer price at 11 rupees per equity share. China has ordered its largest telecommunications operators to remove foreign chips from their networks by 2027. This move is expected to have a significant impact on US chip manufacturers, including Intel and AMD. Missed the previous videos? Want to access all previous week's videos? Don't want to miss future videos? Want to receive notification every week? Subscribe to IBN. See you next week. Till then, stay curious, stay informed.